This is your statewide newscast, Arkansas Today.
Breaking news out of the joint news conference at the President Trump and Vladimir Putin summit. You see what's happening here. That's a journalist, a man who was on the American press buses and was seated in the presser room, was removed by security. You can see forcefully removed. He identified himself earlier as a reporter from The Nation. He was holding up a sign that said nuclear weapon ban treaty and was physically removed from the room. We watched this earlier this afternoon, really in awe. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining Arkansas Today. We're going to stay right there with President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin holding that press conference. After a one-on-one meeting, which lasted a couple of hours, the two leaders held a summit behind closed doors at the presidential palace in Helsinki, Finland. Trump called the meeting constructive and positive. He addressed the issue of Russian election meddling and U.S.-Russian relations.
But I will tell you that President Putin was extremely strong and powerful in his denial today. And what he did is an incredible offer. He offered to have the people working on the case come and work with their investigators with respect to the 12 people. I think that's an incredible offer.
Now, following the meeting, several congressional leaders from both sides of the aisle have criticized the president's performance, including Senators Jeff Flake, Lindsey Graham, Elizabeth Warren, and Tim Kaine. Hillary Clinton tweeted at the president ahead of this meeting, Clinton questioning the president's loyalty by tying in the World Cup, you know, the soccer match, asking him, do you know which team you play for? Earlier, President Trump congratulated Russia for hosting the tournament, calling it one of the best World Cups ever. The search is on right now for the person who killed a 71-year-old Faulkner County woman. Authorities say Elvira Frankstein was kidnapped and murdered last week. Police are still looking for her car. It's a silver Honda CR-V TGO. You see it on your screen. Police say she was kidnapped from the Conway Commons parking lot Saturday, July 7th. Security footage shows that CR-V speeding away. Frankstein's body was found last Wednesday in Jefferson County. One person is in custody this afternoon after two people were found dead at a home in Randolph County. That's in northeast Arkansas. The sheriff's office says Ricky and Rita Boswell were found Saturday. The person in custody has not been identified. A murder suspect is on the loose this afternoon after escaping from jail in Marshall, Arkansas. Matthew Armstrong and Jason Brannon escaped the Searcy County Jail Saturday night. Brannon has since been recaptured. The sheriff's office says the two men overpowered a jailer. More than a dozen law enforcement agencies are helping in the hunt for Armstrong.
It makes you feel nervous, you know, because he could come to your house.
Just be safe, keep your doors locked, keys out of the vehicles, and just be aware.
So there's a chance he could be kind of grasping for anything at this point?
Yes, we think so.
We're told authorities have questioned someone who may have helped with the escape. No word who that might be. Armstrong is considered dangerous. If you see him, do not approach. Call 911. Here in Central Arkansas, a congregation in Malvern is asking for help after their church's van was stolen. Police say vandals also broke windows at New Beginnings Baptist Church, busted the doors, and ransacked cabinets. Cash and a credit card also stolen.
We had just paid that van off. We use it for kids ministry. We use it to pick people up for church, and so that puts us without a van.
Pastors asking for anybody who sees that van to give officers a call. The stolen credit card was used over the weekend at several Little Rock gas stations. The town of Mountainburg in northwest Arkansas still recovering 3 months after being hit by a tornado. But the people living there say it's helped them get closer. They're getting closer together. Even though some businesses weren't able to reopen right away, they still helped with recovery efforts. Mountainburg's police chief says this is a prime example of how the city has pulled together.
Every week there's more progress, and it's returning back to normal. It's actually returning better than it was.
Brought us together better as not just so much as a town, but as a family.
The police chief says businesses are starting to reopen and that people are being able to get back into their homes. The town of Diaz in Jackson County is wrapping up construction on a second fire station. It's been in the works for years. There's now a station on each side of the train tracks. The fire captain hopes this will keep crews from having to wait for trains to pass and will allow for quicker response times.
It's very important for us to have this here, and it allows us to have a lot more flexibility to be able to get to emergencies, and hopefully it may help increase our ISO rating.
Construction on the new station started in March. The entire project funded through the city's Health officials are now investigating a new case of hepatitis A right here in Arkansas. It's in North Arkansas. They were reported in Independence County. The outbreak first spread in Clay Green and Craighead counties since February 58 cases have been reported. Health officials say it's the worst outbreak in Arkansas in 20 years. UAMS has become the first and only healthcare provider in the state to be certified as a comprehensive stroke center. It means patients at UAMS have a better chance of surviving and getting the best care. According to officials, this is the most demanding accreditation to receive. A competitive marching band that travels the country is making a stop in Northeast Arkansas. The Guardians Drum and Bugle Corps entertained a crowd at Paragould High School on Sunday. The band is made up of musicians from 14 to 21, and they jam. Members hope their stop might encourage local students to look into joining the group. We just thought you needed to hear them one more time. The band's next stop will be later today in Northwest Arkansas, traveling to Bentonville. A local author has written a book on Arkansas and taken a look at life during the years of the Obama administration. The book is called 8 Years of Unforgettable History. Hogs Blues Cafe in North Little Rock was full of people wanting to hear from the author, Phyllis Hodges. She spoke about writing the book and 8 of the notable Arkansans in the book.
These here individuals are Arkansans, somebody that lived down the streets that has made history being a first. A lot of the things in this book, you got a photo gallery back in the day.
Some of the profiles include Jeff Henderson, he won a gold medal, Lottie Shackelford, Pamela Huff, and Janice Kearney.